Hold on to your sleigh bells and boughs of holly, because here comes another UTR Christmas special. We'll cut down our own tree, see one that actually sings, and find out where Rudolph and his reindeer romp. Heck, we'll even take you to a Christmas superstore you can see from space. Get ready to explore the cool people, places, and things that make Michigan a great place to pick out your presents.
Remember Snow Day? When the schools were closed and the day was wide open. The first step into fresh powder was like stepping into a new world. The crunch of the snow as it packed under our boots. The drip of icicles melting in the sun. So pull the hat down a little lower and make sure there's a cup of hot cocoa waiting. Because this winter, every day is Snow Day in Pure, Michigan. Your trip begins at michigan.org.
The Michigan Economic Development Corporation, dedicated to shared economic success. MEDC promotes the state's assets and opportunities that support business investment, job growth, and community vitality. There's something special about the pride, the skill, and the passion it takes to build something great. The Construction Association of Michigan, CAM, understands that passion and has been providing contractors with the resources they need since 1885. A visit to the Stalls Automotive Museum will take you back to a time when cars were more than just a way to get around. In addition to beautiful cars, enjoy the collection of gas pumps, road signs, oil cans, and other car-related accessories. Info at stallsauto.com.
I've been around the world, but there's one place I keep coming back to. And the more I explore, the more I realize it's the place to be.
I'm Tom Dalden, and this is Under the Radar, Michigan.
Are the holidays something that you hold in high regard? Well, I hope so, because here comes another one of our patented UTR Christmas specials. And I even remembered the eggnog. What's in this stuff anyway? That's right. Get ready for some mirth and merriment as we show you more great ways to celebrate Christmas in Michigan. Just ask Chris Kringle. When it comes to this time of year, UTR knows how to spread good cheer. So if you've been a good boy or girl, grab a gob of goodwill and get ready, because we're about to get festive up in here. Now, first off, we're going to head west and see the forest for the trees. Ooh, trees. That reminds me. Jim, I think the fire needs another log. It's chilly.
Oh, ho, ho.
You know, if you're a city boy like me, you know that buying a Christmas tree is pretty darn convenient nowadays. But I just found out these things don't grow in parking lots at all.
Who'da thunk? They actually grow in the woods, on farms, out in nature. And if you want an awesome natural Christmas experience, there's nothing like taking the whole family out to cut down your own. And for that, little Tommy took his UTR family to the Red Flannel Christmas Tree Farm in Cedar Springs.
And if we're all good, I even promised the guys a treat at the end.
Now, when it comes to Christmas tree farms, this place is as authentic as chestnuts roasting on an open fire. From the horses and hot cocoa to all the custom holiday gifts for the gettin', this is family tree time with all the trimmings. And it all started with Larry Stelma and his family's need to spend more time together.
So this all started as a hobby with you and your dad?
My dad, my brothers, and I started this as a hobby back in 1981.
Wow, back in the 1900s.
And that's when we planted our first trees, and it was just kind of a family hobby to get together and do things outside. And it, over the years, has evolved into really a part-time job.
How many acres you got here? This is beautiful.
We have 125 acres total here, and maybe 50 acres or so that we use for the Christmas trees, and then the rest is for hay and the horses and pasture and things of that sort.
Why is this such a great family experience?
Well,
because you've probably seen how many families come through here over the years.
Oh, we've seen thousands of families that come through here, and we have any number of families that it's second and third generation now. And after the original hobby part that got it started, it it evolved into really a pastime and a passion to provide an area for families to come and have fun together, to build family relationships, families to spend time together.
So how many different kinds of Christmas trees are there?
Well, we market the 3 basic varieties: fir, spruce, and pine. And we have a couple of different species in the pine, a couple of different species of spruce, and about 6 different species of the fir trees.
So being someone who puts up a Christmas tree, at least tries to every year, what kind of tree should I look for? How do you know which tree is right for you?
Well, different families have different styles of decorating. I think that's the first thing they need to consider.
Mine's bad.
Yeah. Some families prefer to have their ornaments lay. Some families prefer to have their ornaments hang. Some families want more fragrance. Others have allergies and don't want the fragrance. So those are things that people take into consideration. They also take into consideration how long they want to have the tree up, because obviously some trees will hold their needles much longer than others. And then if they want it up for a January or a New Year's Eve party, they have to take that into consideration too.
Because mine's usually up until there are no more needles.
Yes.
Then, well, there are needles, but they're on the floor. So, but personally speaking, what has this meant for your family, this experience?
For our personal family, this has been a bonding experience. It gave me an opportunity to spend a lot of time with my father, and we built a very strong relationship. And now he's passed, and it's given me an opportunity to spend a lot of time with my daughters and my son-in-law and cousins and family members of that sort that have come up here and come up and help and bail us out when things are hectic. So from our family's perspective, it's created a lot of bonding time.
I think you enjoy it even more than the families that come here to do this.
Well, I think so too. Maybe not on the day, but over the course of the year we do.
Now, are all these trees born here?
No, they're seedlings.
Oh, okay.
When we buy them. Usually they're 6 or 8 or 10 inches tall at the time of planting. And it takes about 6 to 8 years of nurturing before the tree is really harvestable.
Now, you're going to actually let me cut down a tree? Is that how this
We'll
works?
let you cut down a tree.
See, I've never done this my whole life. I've always just gone into parking lots and bought a tree, and I've resisted getting one that you pull out of a box. I've resisted that, but I've never done this, so I'm thrilled.
Well,
You're going to let me have a sharp tool?
we have a saw, and it's not too strenuous. I'm sure you can do that.
Well, I brought my boys, Jimmy and Ericy, so well, this will be fun.
So with wise words from Larry dancing in my head, I set out to find the perfect Dalton family Christmas tree. When suddenly, I found it. Well, I thought I did. Then the fellers told me I should keep looking. Then at last, there it was.
Well, Larry, I think this is the perfect one for me, because my family, we like to tuck ornaments deep inside the tree.
Well, this is a nice Fraser fir.
Yeah.
It's got the nice bluish silver tint underneath it.
All right, and you guarantee the needles will stand for at least 3 years?
These needles will be on well into the new year.
Okay. Oh.
The branches are stiff enough to hold ornaments.
Okay.
And it'll bring a nice fragrance in your home.
And I really have to do this myself?
Absolutely.
So I hunkered down, channeled my inner Tom Bunyan, and commenced to felling the Dalton family Christmas tree. Timber! I think I may have missed my calling. So don't let the portly man in red do all the heavy lifting this holiday season. Take your family over the river and through the woods and commandeer your own tree at the Red Flannel Christmas Tree Farm in Cedar Springs. It's a holiday memory the whole family will love making. As for the 3 UTR tots, they were so good, they got a hot cup of cocoa and some fresh baked cookies. Now there's a holiday bonus for you. Well, now that you've cut down your own Christmas tree, time to go visit one that actually sings to you this holiday season. Ooh. Jim, could I borrow a blanket or maybe some slippers? It's chilly in here. He's so good to me. Now, when was the last time you saw something you couldn't believe? Well, if you believe in Christmas, believe you me, you're not going to believe what you're about to see. Or will you? It's a 67-foot human singing Christmas tree made up of over 240 students from the Mona Shores High School Choir. And every holiday season, they perform live at the historic Froenthal Center in downtown Muskegon. This massive tree also features over 25,000 colored lights and over 5,000 feet of festive holiday greenery. This is a Christmas sight to both see and hear, and thousands have been witness to or been part of this incredible tradition for over 30 years. To get a handle on how it all started, I tracked down the choir's fearless but never cheerless leader, Sean Lawton.
So how long have you been a part of this incredible spectacle?
This is my 25th year here at Mona Shores.
You must have seen so many kids go through this tree.
Yeah, I have. There's approximately 300 kids in choir over all those years, and times 25. I'm bad with math, but that's a lot of kids.
Well, aside from the tree, you guys take your choir around the world, so you must be very proud of these kids.
I am. Yeah, we travel every 4 years overseas somewhere. We've been to Brazil, we've been to Greece, we've been pretty much all over the country over all the years I've been here. And yeah, these kids are special people.
Now, this tree, even without the kids in it, is spectacular. What's the superstructure made of? Because it's got a whole, what is it, 250 kids?
Yes. Well, about 256 kids are in the program, but about 30 of them stand to my right here because they don't fit. So there's about 220 in the tree, actually.
I went up there. I almost didn't fit. It's a pretty tight squeeze.
It's a very tight squeeze. Yeah, I don't like going up there myself, but it's made entirely of steel. And then we hang these greenery panels on the front of the tree, and then, you know, it's all lit up here with 25,000 lights, and it's like a giant erector set. That's the best way I can think to describe it.
Now, who gets to be the angel at the top? How do you work your way to being the top person?
Well, you have to be a senior, and then I take that list of all the seniors, and I'm looking down that list for a student who exemplifies, who models the ideal choir kid, especially the kid who maybe has struggled in his life or her life, maybe doesn't get all the leads in the shows, maybe doesn't have even the strongest voice sometimes, but they come to that class every day and they're smiling, they're positive, they're that kind of light that, you know, everybody appreciates, and that's what we try to do with the angel.
I understand your daughter's in the tree?
That is true. I have 3 kids in this program, and my third is in her freshman year here. And, you know, just about the time she'll be done, I'll have my 30 years in, and we'll see what happens to me. But we're both kind of heading toward our way out the door here. It's kind of poignant.
How's that make you feel, though?
Mixed feelings, for sure. I don't know if I'll go. Time will tell.
Well, after a few words with the man who wields the wand, I set out in search of singers. And imagine that, I actually found some.
So how long have you been in the choir?
This is actually my first year.
First year?
Yeah.
Well, I know your parents are proud of you, but guess what? I'm proud of you, too.
I'm only a sophomore, so.
I'm still proud of you. First time in the tree?
Yep.
Nervous, excited, scared?
Actually, I'm pretty scared and nervous a little bit, yeah.
You a good singer?
Yeah, I've been singing since I was little.
Yeah, I started when I was large, that's my problem. What do you think this does for the community?
It brings people together, like as it's just a whole community, and brings holiday spirit to people's souls and makes them get in the holiday spirit.
Oh my gosh, I got into that tree. I could barely fit. How do you get into that tree?
Well, I'm a generally slim guy, so like I just slide through, but like I'm normally 2 levels high. Like the people behind me are kind of covered a little bit.
This is why I didn't make the football team. Right here.
I didn't either, don't worry.
Ahoy there, matey.
Ahoy.
So is this your first year singing in the tree?
Yeah, it is.
Excited?
Yeah.
This is a lot of fun, isn't it?
Yeah. I think it's cool that Mr. Lawton and all these other volunteers can put on a show that we get to do this kind of stuff. And I think it's just a really fun and exciting opportunity.
Are you a tenor? Are you a baritone?
I'm a bass.
Really?
Yes.
Let's hear it. Okay, you're doing a good job.
Yeah.
What's it like looking out into that sea of proud faces, parents, the community? I mean, that must be a rush.
It's great. It's like you're doing something good for the community, and it's not even like we're doing it because we have to. It's something that we got to sign up for, and I enjoy it.
So you are this year's angel.
Yes.
You sing from the very top.
I do.
So to be the angel, I understand you must be an exceptional person.
It's a huge honor. Like, Mr. Lawton picking me, I couldn't have been more happy. There are so many people he could have picked that fit the role perfectly, and he chose me, and it's such a huge honor.
The dedication of the entire community to this incredible event was absolutely awe-inspiring. To pull off a show of this magnitude takes hundreds of talented and motivated people working in complete and perfect harmony. And when it all comes together, that's exactly what the audience hears. If you're looking to put some spectacular in your holiday spectacles, come see the famous singing Christmas tree at the historic Froenthal Center. The Mona Shores High School Choir will love you for it, and the merry folks of Muskegon will make you feel mighty welcome. There's nothing like having a holiday song in your heart. But right now it's time to hear the pitter-patter of little hoofs on the roof. And I think you know the furry friends I'm talking about. Ooh, fur, that sounds warm. Hey, Jim, do you have like a big parka or something? Or maybe a woolen sweater I could borrow? It's like a meat locker in here.
Hey everybody, I wrote a poem. You want to hear it? We all know that reindeer power Santa's sleigh, and that's how he gets to so many places so far away.
But who trains the reindeer on just what to do? The folks at Rooftop Landing Reindeer Farm. That's who. Dave Aldrich is the man who does it with care, and his farm and his reindeer are right here in Clare.
Now, Dave, a little elf told me that you're kind of a Christmas nut.
I love the season.
Do you think?
Yeah.
How did you become a wrangler of reindeer?
Well, I started by raising different types of exotic deer, and about 27 years ago, I acquired my first 2 reindeer, and they probably, I guess, took over my life. Before long, I had 35 of them out in the backyard. And we started getting calls for the reindeer to visit schools and parades and things. And
well, this is kind of a finishing school for reindeer, right? I mean, this is where they come to learn to be around people because they're smarter than regular deer, I guess?
Yeah, reindeer are actually a domesticated animal.
Yeah.
They've been domesticated as long as horses. So they're used as a work animal and that type of thing. They're very intelligent. Yeah. They know their names. They respond to voice commands. And here on the farm, we can wander around on the grounds or through the parking lot. People can come up and pet them. We have Santa Claus visit quite often, and he works with them a little bit.
Yeah, I saw Prince greeting people in the parking lot. And now Prince's antlers have fur on them. Explain the difference there.
Well, Prince still has some velvet on his antlers. Gotcha. They all grow new antlers every year, both males and females.
Yeah.
The velvet covers them to keep the insects off, so the insects can't get to the blood supply.
Yep.
And then about halfway through the summer, the antlers will harden up like this, and they'll rub that velvet off because it itches.
Oh, okay.
Now she'll keep these until spring, and they'll fall off. Right. It's actually the new antlers that start growing and push these out.
And they're indigenous to
Norway, Finland, Sweden.
No, you mean the North Pole.
There you go, the North Pole. They live around the Arctic Circle.
What a wonderful place to take your family.
Yeah, we open during the season. We start at the end of October through Christmas.
Now, is Santa here today to pick up a couple of reindeer, you think?
Santa's here. He'll be out in the barn later on. Right. He checks them all over, makes sure everybody's good and healthy.
Well, I just might take one home with me.
They'll get right in the car. If they can get the antlers in there, they're in the car.
From the little gingerbread elf house to the hundreds of holiday helpings, this is a farm you'll want to frequent. And Santa goes way out of his way to spend quality time with the tots. Heck, we had so much fun at this magical place, we even sprung for a UTR family photo. Gosh, maybe next time I'll smile. So if you'd like to have a close encounter with Dasher, Dancer, Prancer, and Vixen, Comet, Cupid, Donner, and Blitzen, stop by the Rooftop Landing Reindeer Farm in Clare. Who knows? Rudolph might even stop by. Bonus. Now, the last stop on our holiday special involves a place that's got so much Christmas, Santa could probably see it from the North Pole. Speaking of the North Pole, it's still freezing in here. Hey, Jim, there's these things called furnaces. They're square and they're in the basement. You turn them on, they make your house warm. Let's face it, Christmas is so wonderful, a lot of us wish it lasted forever. Well, guess what? We found a place where it totally does. That's right, here at Bronner's in Frankenmuth, they celebrate Christmas and all its trimmings every day of the year. Boy,
Old St. Nick must get pretty tired.
Well, you heard right. It's always Christmas at Bronner's. And no matter what you're looking for, you'll probably find it. Because this is billed as, that's right, the largest Christmas store on the planet. Good thing, too, because Santa is pretty much a global dude. Here at Bronner's, you'll find over 50,000 trimmings and gifts, more than 250 styles of nativity scenes, decorations and gifts from over 35 countries, and more than 300 decorated trees. And as you can see, after only a few minutes in the store, I, was a bit overwhelmed. So I thought I'd slow it down and find out the reason for this perpetual season from Carla Bronner-Spletzer.
Carla, what is it like waking up to Christmas morning every day of the year?
What's it like not waking up to that? That's all we've ever known.
That's because you're an actual Bronner, so
Yes.
you grew up in this place.
Yes, I sure did, all my life.
How did it start?
It actually started as a small sign painting business. My dad had an artistic talent, and so he started out in high school painting signs for some of the local people around town and doing window displays and that type of thing. And that's how the Christmas business started.
What kind of guy was your dad?
He was a people person through and through, Mr. Personality for sure. And he loved people, very strong faith, and a very caring person. And we miss him every day.
I also understand your mom still comes in and works?
My mom does, yeah. She's 91, and yeah, she helps out at reception desk a couple of days a week, yeah.
So she's in charge of the elves.
Yeah, she makes sure we're doing our jobs.
Awesome.
Make sure her kids are behaving.
How many elves do you employ here? During this holiday season, you must have hundreds.
Yeah, it's about 750, yeah, during the fall season.
Is Santa back in the stockroom working? Or?
Oh, always, all the elves. He's got to keep the elves going, you know?
Do you even know the square footage of this place?
Well, this whole complex is the building size of 5 football fields, and the shopping area is the size of 1.5 football fields.
How many ornaments are in here? I'd like to know, have you ever counted the lights?
Oh, yeah, every one. No. No, but there's over 50,000 items in our store, over 6,000 styles of ornaments, and many of them are our own exclusive designs. And you can also have all kinds of ornaments that can be personalized, you know, with your family names or your pets' names or, you know, whatever.
Well, this place truly is a Michigan, Midwest, U.S. destination. I mean, people must come from around the world.
They do. They come from all 50 states every month and many different countries. Yeah.
It's overwhelmingly wonderful to come in here with the Christmas music. And if you truly love Christmas and you need your Christmas fix, you can come up here in July. You can come up here
Any day. Yep, 361 days of the year we're open.
One final question for you. Do you sell mistletoe by the pound?
Not by the pound, but if you need it by the pound, we'll get it for you.
Ding!
Well, after talking to Carla, Jim, Eric, Alexa, and I were filled with so much holiday mirth, merriment, and amazement, we commenced to shopping. And when all was said and done, we picked out more Christmas than you can probably fit in a car. Lucky for us, though, Santa delivers. So if you want to have a heapin' helping of Christmas, get off your holiday ham and head to Bronner's. It's a place you just have to see to believe. Well, that about does it for our second ever UTR Christmas special. Hope you enjoyed it because we had a ton of fun making it. So from all of us here at Under the Radar, hope you have a happy, safe, healthy, and warm holiday season. Speaking of warm, Jim? Jim? I'm sure he just went out for more wood. I hope.
Remember Snow Day? When the schools were closed and the day was wide open. The first step into fresh powder was like stepping into a new world. The crunch of the snow as it packed under our boots. The drip of icicles melting in the sun. So pull the hat down a little lower and make sure there's a cup of hot cocoa waiting. Because this winter, every day is snow day in Pure, Michigan. Your trip begins at michigan.org.
The Michigan Economic Development Corporation, dedicated to shared economic success. MEDC promotes the state's assets and opportunities that support business investment, job growth, and community vitality. There's something special about the pride, the skill, and the passion it takes to build something great. The Construction Association of Michigan, CAM, understands that passion and has been providing contractors with the resources they need since 1885. A visit to the Stalls Automotive Museum will take you back to a time when cars were more than just a way to get around. In addition to beautiful cars, enjoy the collection of gas pumps, road signs, oil cans, and other car-related accessories. Info at stallsauto.com.